to make my baked potato soup. What you'll need are potatoes. They could be either red or baking potatoes, Idaho potatoes, whatever you have. These are starting to get eyes on them, so I'm going ahead. This is kind of how I know I need to make potato soup, is when they start to do this. And I usually estimate, there for my family, 2 potatoes per person. If you want leftovers, add a couple more, but that's my equation that I use. And then what you're going to do is use a peeler or a knife, however. You're going to take off the skins and start peeling those. Okay guys, so I'm going to kind of walk you through this as I go. What I did, I have saved my chicken stock from when I made a chicken in the crock pot last time. The broth that I usually get is about 2 cups of broth, and then of course I just freeze that in my freezer. Sometimes I'll just freeze it in a container, and then maybe I'll pop this out and store it in a baggie. That way I can kind of stack them, and it's 2 cups. So to that 2 cups of broth, I added 2 cups of water. The broth is already seasoned, because when I crock potted chicken, I will usually use onion powder, garlic powder, maybe a whole onion that's put into the crock pot with the chicken, and some black pepper. But that's basically the season that I have now. I showed you the potatoes earlier. What I ended up doing for the 2 cups of broth and the 2 cups of water, I may have to add some more of that. And remember, we'll add milk to this later to make it a creamier style potato soup. But I ended up having 11 to 12 potatoes. I went ahead and diced those up. I will say you want to make sure the potatoes are a bite size. I just kind of go by that guide. And so that's what I have in here. And I'm going to add those to my crock pot now. Then I will put the lid on and let them cook. I will say that it's a little before 3 right now, so I'm going to kind of walk you guys through that to let you know exactly how long it takes to cook. Crock pots do differ, I have noticed. I do have it on high heat. I'll bring you guys back in when I do something else to the soup. So here's what we have so far. I have 12 potatoes that are cut up to bite-sized pieces. There's 2 cups of chicken broth and then 3 cups of water. You want the potatoes to just be covered with the water. Hi guys, I'm back, and then we're just going to add some more things to the soup. It is a little after 5 now, so it's been cooking for over 2 hours. I have had it on high. The potatoes are now fork tender. What I'm going to do is add 2 cups of milk to this. Then I'm going to add my spices, and it's pretty much a factor of whatever is best to your taste. But I'm going to add, this is the Simply Organics, the onion powder. It's a little hard to see with my lighting in the kitchen at this time of day. The Simply Organics garlic powder, if you guys can see that. I'm going to add some salt, because potatoes do need salt. A little bit of parsley. I use Dr. Watkins on this, but the next product that I will buy, I will go back to the Simply Organics. I just have a little bit left to use on this. And some Watkins, the basil leaves. And so I'm going to put those in. And then a little bit of pepper. I didn't show you guys that spice, but I will put that. And it's pretty much whatever it is to taste. I like a lot more onion and garlic, and then a little bit of basil and parsley. So it's, like I said, it's pretty much anything that you guys, as far as what your taste preference is when you're making soups. I will let you know that the starch from the potatoes does make this kind of thick, but if you do find that you like a thicker soup and you want to thicken it up, you can always use a little bit of cornstarch. I don't like to use flour because that tends to give it a pasty texture, but cornstarch works really well. Or actually, the Bob's Red Mill, it's the potato flour or potato starch. Either one of those would work to thicken up soups as well. So that's what we're going to have. I'll show you the finished product when I get everything done. Hi guys, we're back. And now remember, I added 2 cups of broth, 3 cups of water, 12 potatoes, and I put this on a little before 3 o'clock. It is now a little after 5, so it has been on high for 2 hours. The potatoes are fork tender, and to those original ingredients, I have added 1 cup of milk, and then spices are pretty much whatever you want, but I like a little bit of salt, and I put in about 2 teaspoons of this. I've added 1 tablespoon of each of the following. I've added parsley, basil, garlic powder, and onion powder. I highly recommend these. These have been my VitaCost videos. These are the Simply Organic herbs and spices. Really love these. I've noticed a huge difference in baking and cooking meals with these. They are top quality. I would highly recommend picking those up. And I will probably serve this with a little bit of cheddar cheese on top, and also maybe a little bit of green onion, but that's what's for dinner tonight. Hope you guys enjoy this recipe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!